How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Box to Box. You know what to do. Hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Do all of that good stuff, people. Comment section. Been showing a lot of love since the return. And since the return, it's been back to back big games. United, Tottenham, and now Aston Villa with Emery in charge back at the Emirates. It is a big game considering where we are currently in the league and what we have to do to get back in it, in my opinion. Although Liverpool gained 2 points on them in midweek, so things are looking slightly better than it was a few days ago, but we need a win against Aston Villa. Won't be an easy game, but you know what Box to Box is about. I've got my main man Jeff back in the building. If you watched Big Six Extra last year, you'll know all about Jeff. If you haven't, get to know people. Jeff, what are you telling me?
We're back. Yeah, man, I appreciate me having me back on the show again. And yeah, man, it's been about 8 months since I've been here, but yeah, nothing's changed. We're still about around the table. My team's still looking good, still Champions League, you know, still doing well. So I'm happy as it is for now. But yeah, big game coming up, as you said, very scary, and it's a must-win for Villa, I'll be honest. It's a must-win just to put us back in that talks, man. Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, looking at the league table, I mean, considering Champions League football, you're sitting 7th, 8 off us, but 3 off Newcastle?
Newcastle, Man City. We're just on the same as Man City and then Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. So I mean, it's looking good. You call it a must win. Talk to me. I mean, what do you mean by that in terms of must win? What's the feeling like over there?
Again, most fans are all happy with everything. It's going not the best as in last year. We were steaming last year compared to this year. Slow down, but I think that's every team in the Premier League. You've seen Nottingham Forest shoot up. You've seen Bournemouth doing bits. So it's just how the Premier League is going. But it's just, again, we're doing all right. We've come back now. We've slowly got back in it. Yes, we're out of the Carabao Cup, but still in the FA Cup. Still doing well in the Champions League, as I said. And the Premier League's just, again, like I said, it's Arsenal game. It's a must win because if we don't win this, our teams around us, I can see everyone else getting 3 points on the weekend, literally, and we need to get the 3 points. Like, it's just to show us that we still can match the top 6. Like, we can beat Man City. Yeah, I think everyone's beating Man City, so that's nothing to gloat about. Okay, Spurs, Man U, all of that, but against you, who's going for that top 2 situation, I feel like we have to get the 3 points just to show us that, Villa can step up on these days against the teams that are still in form. Like, okay, you have dropped a few points in the last 5 games, I'll say, but you're still in form. You're still all right. So again, it's just a must win for us, man, to show us that, we're back in this. Because again, it's been up and down all this season for us. So we win 2, we lose 3. So now we want to get in that run and keep that going.
I want to, maybe this will fall in line with what you said about up and down season so far, but listen, on paper, 7th in the league, Champions League football at Villa Park, and within touching distance of 4th, albeit a couple teams in between. That looks rosy, in my opinion. Outside looking in, it looks good, considering the Champions League football and what that, especially this season with the format change, means, and with 2 more games coming up. But I look at the goal difference, and it's currently on -1, I believe. So.
And what's the problem there? That's just about.
Is it the defense?
It's what you said from day one. You know what? Let me get into that. It's what you said. You told me from 8 months ago. You said Emery's a good manager. We all said it. Everyone said he's high, but it's just he always concedes. You said that to me. You're always going to concede, and you said the other thing. It's just there's no other different way he can change it big. He would do look a tight, look a change, but nothing massive. Like, and sometimes you just need that change because doing the same thing over again, it don't work sometimes when we're against some teams. And like I said, we always concede. Whatever game you want, always going to concede. It's down to a stupid mistake or ball over the top. And I don't think that's where you can hurt us this game. So I'm not really worried about the ball over the top because you ain't got that player really to Havertz can bring it down, but is he going to play that pass afterwards? Different ball game. So I just think this game could be all right for us. But again, Emery needs to make sure he changes it, man. If he can see something that's not working, he needs to change it. Because it doesn't change it in the game. He sticks with it. He just sticks with what he's got. And he might bring on a few strikers and a few wingers to go push up, but the tactic's still the same. Play out from the back, do this, that, find the middle. And it's just sometimes like, come on, man. I get it. Don't wrong. It's got us to this now. I can't moan that much. I'm not moaning. I'm not saying Emery out before my Villa fans get onto me. I'm not saying nothing near that. But again, sometimes I feel like it's just a change, man. But like I said, you was right, man, about that one goal situation every time. It's horrible, man.
Yeah, and listen, this ain't nothing against Emery. He's still a quality manager. But what about your attack? Have they been doing that? I mean, okay, let's talk about the striker situation this season. You go in Watkins off the back of a great season. Duran, it looks like he was about to leave. Some controversy on social media and whatnot. Then Duran coming off the bench is delivering. He, what dare I say, took the 9 spot for a few games.
Yeah, the next Balotelli, something like that. I'm telling you, yeah, it is, man. Jerome, I'm telling you, it's got to be, man. It's the next star. I'm telling you, we've got.
Yeah.
Listen, like you just said, 2 strikers. Watkins has played. Duran's played. We can all see Watkins. I feel like deep down, as me, the fan, I feel like he's a bit annoyed. Just seeing it. He's not annoyed. He's happy for him. He's doing his part, but he's annoyed. Like,
yeah.
Boy, he hadn't had this challenge for what? 2 seasons. Like, we had Cameron Archer, we had Kevin Davies. Like, he hasn't really had a challenge. So now Duran's doing them wonder goals. It's brilliant. But again, like I said, let's get on the whole striking and attacking force. The wingers. Yeah. Yeah, you got Morgan Rogers doing his part, but Bailey, I don't know, man. But he's dropped off from compared to last season with his GA, his goal assist was brilliant. Now, he's just got his first goal last week. Like, he's struggling. But again, I feel like we've got the firepower to go against you, man, easily. I'm sorry, I just do. Like, the only thing, you got defenders, but you got players missing, man. You got players missing, man.
Talk to me about how you think yourself. You mentioned Rodgers, but talk to me a little about him. You've actually got, I mean, I look at Rodgers and Tielemans and think both profiles are exactly kind of what we need in a certain position, in that 8 position in particular. But Rodgers this season, I mean, well, who does that recruitment come down to as well? That's
Emery and Mochi there. Yeah, Emery and Mochi. Emery's pointed it out. Yeah, Emery pointed it out when he first, but then obviously Monchi is the boss. He's doing all of it. He's doing all of it, and that's the only thing with the recruitment. It's all come out good, and it's not been the best because, like us now, we haven't been the best. But everybody did say to me, Champions League football, this and that, you might drop off. So I'm just putting it down to that. I'm not putting it down to the players because I still think my team is one of the best teams in the Premier League on paper, 100%. But like I said,
how do you set up?
What's that? Sorry.
How do you think you're going to set up in terms of?
That's the scary part now because Kamara, yesterday, was playing a bit of right back. He was moving more to the right side, letting the wingers push up. Rodgers was more central, but again, he's starting off on the left. Like you said, Emery changes it, but anyway, let me get deep down because I think Rodgers is basically going to be literally up front with Watkins. I think he's going to put 2 up front. It could be Duran starting because Watkins played the full 9 minutes yesterday. So either one of them, Rodgers or them, I think he's going to put him straight up front with you. And I think the first half, we'd have to pressure you. I think he's going to go straight attack, like pressure you, push forward, put 3 at the back, as in Kamara come back, put Mings, and it's going to be, that's the scary part as well. I say Mings and Konza. It's going to be Mings and Konza at the back. And then obviously you're going to have midfield. I think our midfield bosses out your midfield, kind of, right? Not bosses out completely, but I think it's a good battle between. It's going to be a great battle, actually. No way, I don't know why I use them words, but it's going to be a great battle. You have Declan Rice to party, but I think Tielemans, Onana, Rodgers is going to absolutely. I feel. You see what Rodgers did to you in the first half of the season, innit? And we still lost in it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's improved. I feel like he's going to improve, and he knows this game. Deep down, he loves Arsenal as well. So I feel like this game, he's going to come in. He's going to do bits, man. I feel like he's going to improve.
Rodgers supports Arsenal?
Nah, when he was younger, not now.
You know what that means, bro, about when he was younger, man. You think he supports Villa now, man?
He's always a Villa fan. He's always a Villa fan, thick and thin, but he's got family that...
I'm starting the agenda. Now I know that, bro. You've done something.
No.
AFTV, I'm screaming it in the summer. I'm saying Rodgers in.
None of that, because you don't need him. You got Odegaard in him, but Odegaard didn't.
Who does Duran support? Does Duran support Arsenal as well?
Don't worry about my players in it. You see, look at you, not my players.
We know Watkins. We know what Watkins is on.
I told you now. Yeah, I tell you now, Turkish as well. Watkins, I feel like Villa fans will hate me for this, but I've said it from the start of the season. I do believe Watkins will go to Arsenal at the end of the season. I do believe. You don't buy a striker now, a good striker, a good sign amount, a good high profile. I think you'll get Watkins at the end of the season. Not Isaac. I think you'll get Watkins. And that's my take on it anyway. Because I don't think Duran will go. I don't want Duran to go. Because if you sell him, 5 years down the line, he's going to be a star. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, a star.
Is there any foundation to why you think the Watkins stuff aside from?
Nah, it's just I just feel like he's going to want to start. I feel like you're going to need a striker. Duran's definitely going to be up there next season. And yeah, the England squad, all of that. And I just feel like, nah, man, Watkins, and he's an Arsenal fan deep down. He's always wanted to play for Arsenal. So that one's real as well. That one's defo Arsenal fan to this day. He still is. So yeah, I just feel like he could, man. But again, that's my take on that.
Yeah. I'm not even going to ask if you had to move on from one of the strikers. It would be the young star boy, I guess, rather than the one that's been doing it. But it'd be hard to keep both of them happy, like you said. Watkins probably feels away, not unprofessionally, but you know, any player that sees someone in their position, there's going to be some, you know, frustration, and that should turn into motivation to take it back. But you mentioned the team. You said Duran might play, considering Watkins. Duran didn't come on, did he?
Nah, he didn't come on either. Didn't come on at all either. So that's why if not Watkins playing the full 90 minutes, that's always a change in the game as well. So I was shocked I didn't see that. So I feel like Duran could start, and again. That link-up play with him and Morgan as well. It's just, Morgan's the key player. Yes, we've got two good strikers. We all know that. But Morgan, Rogers, Kamara, them two, yes, we could put Tielemans, you can say that, but them two, Tielemans and Rogers, that midfield, that's where it's going to be the battle. If them two can get their passes off to each other, we can do something there 100%.
What's your thoughts on... Hit the like button, people. Hopefully you're enjoying. Go show Jeff some love as well. Everything in the description that you need to know. But what's your thoughts on Arsenal current situation? Obviously just exited the FA Cup, just beat Tottenham in the North London Derby, Carabao Cup semi-final, but first leg losing 2-0, headed to St James Park, not looking great. But like I said at the intro, 2 points gained on Liverpool this week. Liverpool they won one game in the last four. Which was the one against Accrington Stanley. What do you make of the situation at Arsenal as a neutral outside looking in? First question: who do you think is going to win the league?
You know, I said from the start of the season, Arsenal win the league, but again, like I still think you can. You know, like I don't think Liverpool can go all the way. Like I don't think they can go all the way without dropping more points. I still believe they will drop more points, but at the same time, if they're going to drop points, I feel like you're still going to drop points as well. Like, it's just, you've dropped so many points for the start of the season where I just didn't think you'll drop points. That's the only thing with Arsenal. Like, it's a shocking season. Like, it's overall, not just Arsenal, the whole Premier League. It's shocking. Teams, Man City, but Arsenal, anyway, back to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, last games Man U, was it who did you play before that? Man U, Liverpool, was it?
Before United, it was Newcastle.
Newcastle lost 2-0 in it at home.
And then Brighton before that 1-1.
I still feel like Arsenal can do something again, but I just feel like you're going to drop points, man. Like, what? Who's starting now? Sterling weekend?
Probably, I think Martinelli comes back in. I think it'd be Martinelli. I think it'd be Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz.
And again, I just Martinelli for me has gone quiet. I just don't see nothing no more for that. Trossard's a big key in that game, I will say. He loves to score against Villa, do something against Villa, so he's there. And again, is it Skelly, left back?
Yeah, Lewis Skelly.
Yeah, he needs to get pressured. He's been good. I ain't gonna lie, he's been good. But he needs to get pressured by Roger. He needs to get bullied. Rogers needs to just push
you'll be
him
surprised,
off,
Lewis Skelly ain't a joke, he ain't a bro. You better hope Rogers don't get dipped. If Rogers leaves that space, Skelly will move into it, bro. I'm telling you.
Watch, bro. Rogers is gonna bully him.
For me, Lewis Skelly's been the brightest spark of the season so far, in my opinion, for Arsenal.
It was still before. I didn't think Ethan was. I thought Ethan was going to be he's injured now. As well, If he was starting instead of if it was Sterling, if I see Sterling on the weekend, I'm going to be so happy. I'm sorry, like it's one of them ones. Again, it's just now you're going through transfers, you're going through drop-offs, your team's getting injuries. You've got a lot of injuries to the actually, I will say. So, I don't know, man. It's how Arteta can now be that manager and say, yeah, I am that manager that is actually going to be the next world class to do something with the players that he's got and actually get the 3 points in the next few games. Obviously not the next game, but the games after that, because when I say I got a lot of money in Arsenal, obviously people don't bet, but Arsenal, you need to come back at the end of that season, I'm telling you.
Raya was a star in the first game. I remember that save. Some say Watkins allowed him, a better finish. Raya has no chance.
But he's let a few goals in though lately though. I'm not going to lie. He has let a few goals in that you wouldn't think that he would normally let in as well. 100%.
Our attack isn't feared anymore. So the midfield as well has softened, and then the defense has more work to do off the back of it. I don't look at us and say defensively we're making mistakes or glaringly obvious errors. It's more because teams are not as scared of us. They're picking us apart a bit more or taking their opportunities a bit more.
Yeah, damn right. That's what Watkins is going to do to Saliba, it's just the same way how if Xerxes can do that to Saliba, boy, sir.
Brother,
Duran,
we saw Watkins should have won the game for you at Villa Park.
That's
For
shooting. That's
two
shooting.
misses. The
That's
header and
shooting.
the there's one
that's
right.
shooting.
Didn't have to save.
Watkins takes about 5 chances to get one. I hear that. That's my player. But skill wise, I'm telling you, the way how Saliba got spun.
Man, it happens, bro. It happens to the best of them sometimes, man. It happens, bro. What can we do?
Before we say anything else, I will say our defense is a bit shaky as well. We've got obviously Mings is back, but again, it's not the Power Torres. You get me? It's not the Power Torres. So again, that's going to be a bit shaky as well. So even though your attack's not the best, I still feel like, again, Villa always concedes. So I still think you can get 1 goal. I still do believe.
One player to pick out as the key threat across the Arsenal team. One player you see, if you can keep him quiet or keep him away.
It's going to be the same player, Rice. Always Rice. Always Rice. Okay. Rice is the only player I feel like, even though Arsenal dropped off, I don't feel like he's dropped off that much. How people get, I don't think he has. Every time I see that games, I'm like, yeah, he's there, or he's running up and down. He's doing something. So for me, it's Declan Rice. Like I said, it's the midfield because we do play between lines in it. So if Declan Rice can't get the ball, or we can block his pass before he gets to whoever, we're fine. Because Partey is good, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Partey is Partey, but Declan Rice. Yeah, it's Declan Rice, man, 100%. Havertz has been good at the start of the season, but he's just dropped off. Trossard, like I said, don't get me wrong, I do believe if you will score, Trossard will score first. I do believe that. He always does something, man.
Yeah, the midfield battle is looking like the tastiest on the pitch, I'd say. But then considering your attack and the names with our defense, that's also another tasty one. All right, talk to me then. Let's end with our predictions. Obviously, it's at home, so I'm going to go first. I've been saying 2-2.
2-2.
Because this is box to box and it's with the ops, I'm going to say 2-1.
Seriously, you think 2-1 about to say, but you actually thought 2-2 though?
Why'd you say that? Why are you surprised? More because of
home, at home, Arsenal, and you always okay. It's compared to last season when we got the double over. Yeah, just gotta say that one. You always do you always come out and beat us, innit? You actually do beat us quite a lot. So
we do.
I've spoken to a lot of Arsenal fans, and they've said 2-2 as well. I'm just shocked to hear 2-2, but yeah, fair enough. There's
Arsenal. You've heard others say 2-2.
Yeah, as well? all my friends. 2-2.
It's a safe prediction. I don't really and truly. I don't know what to expect because it's been, you said, inconsistent for Villa. As much as we haven't lost many games this season. We have been inconsistent in performances. I don't know what's going to come. Like, we started the year with Brentford 3-1 away from home, one of our better performances of the season. And then Newcastle, Brighton, Newcastle, Man United. The Tottenham game, we won it, but when you consider their deficiencies, I think probably should have won it by more the home team and so on. But it is what it is. 3 points most important. So yeah, I'm saying 2-2, but I'm going to say 2-1 for box-to-box purposes. But talk to me. What do you think?
For box-to-box purposes, if you're going on that one, box-to-box purposes, then I have to go on.
Yeah, give me both. Box-to-box and
box-to-box, I'll go with, you know what? I said 2. I'll be honest. Box to box, I'm going to go with 2-2. Yeah, and that's what I want.
How are you surprised at me saying 2-2? And then you're going to go.
My team's been up and down, and it's Arsenal. It's a shaky game for us. We can do something. Emery can do something against you. He's done it with teams in the past, with other teams that he's managed against Arsenal. He has beat them, so he has got his record all right. But for us, it's just shaky. But anyway, deep down, if I'm being actually honest, totally honest, 3-2 Arsenal.
Oof,
I think 3-2 Arsenal. I think 3-2 Arsenal. That's just me being an honest person. But scrap that. 2-1 Villa. Let's go. 2-1 Villa. Box to box preference.
I was thinking, bro. It's been a while.
Villa. Yeah, I need to go with it. You know what? Back in it. Allow Arsenal. We need to be. Like I said, it's a must win. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Villa. Come on, listen. Come on.
Say no more. For box-to-box purposes, we've both gone 2-1 for our teams, people. Let us know your predictions in the comment section. Thoughts, opinions, key battles, all of that. Key men, all of that. But make sure, before you do all of that, you go show Voice of the Villain some love. All right, Jeff, let them know where they can find you, man. We're going to put it in the description and whatnot.
Man, just YouTube. I'm on enough with YouTube, but I'm still on the TikTok and Instagram, and that's Stephman_the Villain, man. Follow that, man. Every day posting. I'm getting back on the YouTube as well now, man. So yeah, make sure you go like and subscribe that, man. Thank you for Turkish for letting me on there as well, man. I appreciate it. And just before I go, there's one PS, you get me? KG, your team's still dead. Yeah, don't forget that. I remember last year. Your team is still dead.
Say no
Peace.
more,
Say
G.
no more,
Say no
yeah?
more. I
Safe.
love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send that straight to
Yeah,
him. All right,
straight
people, hit
to
that
him.
like, man. Go show Jeff some love, because if there's one thing we all have in common, we all say fuck KG,
Yeah.
man.
Up the
Okay,
villa.
G. We move. All right, hit that like button, people. Make sure you're subscribed. Go show Voice of the Villains and all the socials in the description some love. Big up, Jeff. Underrated, but go show him some love, people. Get to know love for the love we're at. Peace.